So this is a video regarding whoever who is struggling and going through the toughest phase of life, or to who's willing to know the way of handling when life turns against us and feel hopeless and helpless, because that's the situation I'm in right now and going through. So it's very complicated about myself. So to say in simple right now, it takes so much of thinking and strategy to step a step for walking, and to sit, it's another issue that I need to plan sitting with. See, I just can't sit straight on my own right now, so I need some support or something just to lean in. So there is such other few more complications. Okay, so how I dealt with it is, or for this case anybody to deal with this, is just think of it as a phase. Okay, so in the early stage, when we feel like nobody's understanding or you're not being heard, be it a family or the society or friends, anybody, so it's a phase that you feel helpless at the beginning, and the agitations, and you grieve. It's a phase, guys. It's only a phase. Just think it as a phase. And grief, and then comes miserable feeling, and again isolation, like feeling lonely that nobody understands, and you go through it, and then you start to think practically, like what would be the other way you could have approached to make that thing work. So the rational things comes after all these phases we pass through, and those phases, it's not going to be easy unless you make note of it every time you go through, and you figure out what's the wrong thing that's going on. And sometimes you can't just think practically or use your engineering brain or you know administrative brain on that, because humans, we are all working with emotions on a daily basis. So but thinking this way, and you need to build that way of rational thinking in that critical areas, critical phases. So when you're going through it, just understand that literally every single person on this planet has gone through, is going through, or will go through all those things. And it is normal, guys, to be felt like helpless and nobody understands. It's all normal. So it is just a phase. So just try to pass all those phases like quickly, and yeah, by experience you automatically go through quicker. But some people who's very weak on emotions and who feels helpless, just watch any documentary or video related to something horrible or oppression, mostly, because the key thing which hurts us is not the thing itself, but not being heard of, or when someone oppresses us without understanding. So just watch some videos or read article related that, which is much worse than you're going through. There are worse than worst thing on the internet and the books. So just go through it, watch a motivational video. When you are extremely messed up, just go through this, and after that, when you feel like when you finish all those grievance stage, then watch videos or consume like practical you know, motivating, and more than motivating, like some videos which puts you forward in your interests, like be it of like watch how to approach some things, or just google your interests and what are the new advances coming up. Just go through that. It makes your uh, you know, it makes up for what you have lost in the grievance and all those things, and it makes you even better in approaching further and all those stuffs. And the mental low, you know, being mentally low and all this issue, everybody, it's just a mental thing, guys. So everybody goes through that. We have only few feelings. Kudichita mommy. That's my mom. So there are so many miserable things with me, my family, and all those things. But that those things apart. So if you see deeply, it's only four, around four feelings maximum, 3 to 4: happiness, sadness, excitement, anxious, anticipation. Okay, it all comes under excitement. So only main 3 or 4 core feelings we do have, and it's nobody who misses out on all these four things. See, the playing field would be different, but the emotions we go through is all same. So I've gone through. So okay, before that, so this pain could be divided into only two main core group, which is physical and mental pain. So I have gone through both to the extreme, and as a human I'm good at forgetting things, but more than physical pain, this mental pain has affected me and has a long print on my brain. And physical pain I feel only when I go through same type of situation and I remember, okay, I have gone through this and much worse than this. But mental thing, it stays, like every moment, or how I felt with whom, like how anybody didn't understand me while I was literally begging to be heard and explaining things and stuff. So it's all normal. Just have hope. And meditation helps, guys, but I don't think so. It's not practical to do when you're at the initial stage of grievance. So if you do regularly, it could have impact, but I'm not that regular in meditation to give you ideas about that. But what one thing I'm clear about these meditations and stuffs all is that it clears your way of thinking without being disturbed. Sometimes, you know, we feel like we don't even understand like how to think or what to think or how to take things at all. Sometimes it's just you're very nervous and you'll be helpless. You'll be having no idea about how to think. So when you meditate, it just, you know, deletes all these negative things. And I don't say it brings you a scale and a pencil and puts you a clear route map, but it just deletes all these negatives and gives you a clean paper, and sometimes a pencil too. You get it and your mind writes it. And at that time, one thing you have to keep in your mind that you shouldn't purposely think of something to write. So your job is to just delete those negative things from your brain and let the brain write it for you. So what you have to do is nothing. Just close your eyes. Like if you have very good nature, watch out. If you don't have very good nature, just be in a peaceful ambience or atmosphere, and that is all you need to do. And you'll be, you'll realize more, and by time being, you'll get much better and think clear. Okay, I think one miraculous thing happened is that my hero, whom I consider my inspiration and my everything, that's Prabhakaran, Tiger Prabhakaran, or they call Captain Prabhakaran, and his name is Velu Pillai Prabhakaran. So the miraculous thing is that the news came today that he's alive. I mean, it's been a decade that he took his last breath, and now the rumors, I don't know. I just saw on the feed that Prabhakaran is alive, and you see, I don't trust these news easily, especially this early news. So this is a waste of time, I think. As days goes by, you'll get the proper news. So see, intuitionally, I don't think it's not practical, but you see, anything is possible. See, I wish he come back. If he comes back, there's a lot of positive things that's going to happen. On what terms? That's something very deep and complicated to explain in this video, but I wish he comes back. So anyway, that is all about it. Bye bye.